This time, the storm of destruction is not in Kharkiv, nor in Sumy, but in the unfortunate city of Donetsk. What is Russia targeting there? The Russian Ministry of Defense, through Sputnik International's Telegram account, revealed incidents highlighting the weakness of Ukraine's and NATO's air defense systems on the Ukrainian battlefield. One notable incident was a strike by an Iskander missile that hit the command post of the Ukrainian Army's Operational Tactical Group Luhansk near Druzhkivka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The Iskander missile is known for its high effectiveness and ability to penetrate Ukrainian air defenses, which proved incapable of intercepting it. This incident is not isolated, but part of a series of events that underscore the significant vulnerabilities in Ukraine's defense systems and those of its NATO allies. In addition to the Iskander missile strikes, Russian drones have also demonstrated their effectiveness in destroying various Ukrainian military targets. A Lancet reconnaissance drone from the Vostok group of forces successfully destroyed a Bohdana self-propelled artillery system in the southern Donetsk direction, causing a large ammunition explosion. There is also a report from TASS informing that the Russian army attacked the Ukrainian Marines command post in Svyatohirsk in the Donetsk People's Republic with an Iskander missile attack. Let's move on to another story. Another drone strike from the Yug group of forces destroyed 2 Ukrainian UAV command posts in the Kramatorsk-Druzhkivka area, while an FPV drone from the Dnieper group targeted a camouflaged mortar position in the Kherson region. Also, the Vostok group's UAV pilots destroyed an M109 Paladin self-propelled artillery system in the South Donetsk direction. Furthermore, a drone from the Vostok group of forces destroyed a T-72 tank firing position in a forest belt, demonstrating the ability of Russian drones to overcome the defensive measures prepared by Ukrainian forces. The success of Russian forces is also evident in military operations in southern Donetsk, where the Vostok group managed to capture the village of Komar, a strategic location crucial to Ukraine's logistics and defense. The village is naturally protected by waterways and dense buildings, yet it still could not withstand the intense assault, which resulted in damage to over 1,100 structures and the destruction of several Ukrainian combat vehicles. These events highlight the weakness of the air defense systems provided by Ukraine and NATO, as well as the ineffectiveness of Ukraine's strategy in protecting its military assets. Information from several sources explains the causes behind the weakness of Ukraine's air defense system. First, Ukraine is experiencing a significant shortage of air defense missiles. President Zelensky admitted that Ukraine risks running out of such missiles if Russian attacks continue, as the current supply is insufficient to cope with the high volume of strikes. This problem is exacerbated by the slow assistance from NATO member states, who have limited stockpiles and delivery processes that take time. Second, Ukraine's existing air defense systems are not fully compatible with or optimal for countering Russian ballistic missile and advanced drone attacks, allowing many of these strikes to penetrate their defenses. Third, the air defense strategies of Ukraine and NATO appear ineffective in safeguarding critical assets, including weapons and military equipment. A large number of Ukraine's heavy equipment, such as self-propelled artillery, tanks, and mortars, has been destroyed by continuous and well-coordinated Russian drone attacks. This reveals weaknesses in equipment concealment and protection, as well as a lack of adequate active defense systems to shield these assets from small, high-precision aerial strikes. Fourth, Ukraine's heavy dependence on foreign military aid has become a vulnerability, as the country has yet to fully develop the capacity to operate and maintain a wide variety of complex weapon systems. This leads to inefficiencies and vulnerabilities in the use of received combat equipment. Furthermore, the weaknesses of NATO's support systems for Ukraine are also evident in the delayed delivery and training for the use of advanced equipment such as F-16 fighter jets. Although the F-16s are considered capable of providing critical air superiority, the training process for Ukrainian pilots, taking between 3 and 9 months, along with the need for appropriate infrastructure, has prevented these aircraft from being deployed effectively. In addition, Ukraine's airbase infrastructure has been heavily damaged by Russian missile strikes, posing a significant technical obstacle for the operation of modern fighter jets, which require runways in good condition. Overall, the series of reported events indicates that Ukraine's and NATO's air defense systems are not functioning effectively on the Ukrainian battlefield. The repeated success of Iskander missile strikes in penetrating defenses, the destruction of artillery systems and combat vehicles by Russian drones, and the seizure of strategic areas by Russian forces all suggest a fundamental weakness in Ukraine's defense protection and strategy. The shortage of air defense missile ammunition, the inability to safeguard military assets from precision airstrikes, and a reliance on foreign aid that has yet to be fully integrated have only worsened the situation. Meanwhile, Russia continues to show significant progress in its military strategy and production capabilities, especially within the context of the prolonged conflict in Ukraine. Year after year, Russia appears to be maturing in its military approach, not just in battlefield tactics and strategies, but also in boosting its defense industry capacity. The current situation in eastern Ukraine, particularly in the Donetsk oblast, clearly illustrates how Russia is gradually expanding its control, reinforcing its ambition to dominate the region. The Anadolu Ajansi recently reported that Russia has once again claimed control over a settlement in eastern Donetsk. According to the report, Russian forces have seized the village of Malynivka, a strategic point located about 18 kilometers east of the city of Pokrovsk. Pokrovsk itself is one of the key frontline cities in the ongoing conflict. It is known as a major logistical hub for the Ukrainian military in its defense of Donetsk, making the capture of nearby villages highly significant for the stability of Ukraine's defenses in the area. Malynivka, though not as large as other cities geographically, holds strategic value of its own. Its proximity to main logistical routes makes it a prime target for Russian forces seeking to tighten their grip on the Donetsk region. The capture of this village not only demonstrates tactical progress, but also reflects Russia's consistent combat approach, relying on gradual and systematic pressure on Ukraine's key military points. In recent months, Moscow has been actively publicizing its territorial gains, especially in Donetsk. According to reports from the Institute for the Study of War and various independent sources, by December 2024, Russia had gained control of approximately 70% of the Donetsk oblast. So, what can Ukraine and its allies do in response? That's all for today, and thanks for watching.